1. All right, welcome back to another episode of Sports Talk Zone. We are here again with my co-host, Younger Mayor, and my guy Penn. How y'all been, boys?
Chilling, man. Chilling.
How you been, Mayor?
We cooling, bro. We just got back from.
I see you was in Delaware.
Yeah, from a little vacation and shit. But we now.
But if y'all hearing the live, you already know what time to talk about. It's Game 6. The Warriors has the opportunity to close this out. We're in Boston tonight, so we can see who's gonna close this out. Well, first we're gonna review Game 5. So basically, how y'all think Game 5 went? Like we all know the Warriors won, but what was the reasoning for the Warriors to win that game? We can start off with you, Penn.
Oh, yeah, hear me?
Yeah.
Game 5, like I feel like that was pressure for Boston for real, because it was like you got what you wanted. Steph finally had an off game type shit, 0 for 9 from 3, something like that. You ain't play well, and like that was go to in Golden State, try and go win it back at home, and they do that. So it's like I feel like the fact that they didn't win that game, knowing Steph has been cooking and he went off. And now he had an off game. Y'all still lose. No, already went off. I feel like they smell blood.
I ain't gonna lie to you, Penn. You skipping a little bit, Gengi.
I was skipping, really.
Just towards the end. I heard you most. I heard most everything, but like you started skipping towards the end.
But yeah, I feel like Boston in trouble a little bit now because that was their chance to really put pressure on Golden State.
All right, how about you, Mayor? How you see this one?
How
you see Game 5?
I'm just talk about like the little. I just gotta talk about it a little bit. Jason Tatum, that's guy, bro. Let's just talk about the Boston Celtics. They had too many turnovers. The turnovers is what is losing them these games because
that was a key factor.
Yeah, them as he mentioned, Curry didn't have a good game. Wiggins is not supposed to go off for 26 points, bro. That's unacceptable. That shouldn't even happen. Like Curry, they stopped Curry, but it's just the offensive end. Y'all doing too much, bro. Jason Tatum, he's being too inconsistent. That's why he's showing why he's not a superstar right now. He's not getting to that level yet. He hasn't been there yet. Jaylen Brown, he got to step it up too. It's a 2-man game right now. I know it's an entire team, but the 2 best players have to show up in order to win.
I'm just gonna compare the turnovers because you touched on that. So I'm just gonna follow up. That's what I'm gonna start it off with. Boston had 18 turnovers that game compared to Golden State 6. So if you look at that 6 turnovers, 6 turnovers compared to 18. You can't be the number one. You can't be the number one defensive team giving up the ball that much and trying to convert back. So that's what I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start off with that, and then I'm gonna start off with just the lack of defensive ability from the Celtics put too much effort into guarding Curry. Like you seen the way they was playing. They was dropping down. They was dropping into the 3, face guarding him at half court. If you put your best defender on the best player by the third quarter, Curry's not playing good at this point. Curry is like 0 for 5 from the 3, 12 points, and you got Andrew Wiggins still going off, and you still guarding Curry at half court. It's not making sense at this point. So I feel as though like they're putting too much effort trying to prevent what Curry's gonna do, where they're not paying attention to the rest of the team actually going off. Like what? Wiggins dropped. Let me pull it up right now. Wiggins dropped 26, 13, and 2. And you had Marcus Smart guarding him the whole game. You got Klay Thompson dropped 21. And y'all focused on Curry, who only had 16 points. And that's just about it. Like the Warriors, they went out there, they played the way they were supposed to play.
I can understand why they playing Curry like that, because you already know he's the greatest shooter of all time. So I can understand that, but it's like those
After a
other
while,
two,
you gotta switch it up. You gotta
those
switch it
other
up after
two
a while.
shouldn't be doing that.
To be honest, I feel like if you stop, like, that fourth quarter was bad. Like in that fourth quarter, they offense been good. So it's like if Curry gonna struggle, you gotta capitalize off that. Like Tatum gotta get points in. Brown gotta get points in. Like they gotta step up once Curry's struggling, or you might as well both struggle at the same time. You're not gonna get nowhere. So
yeah, Jaylen Brown played terrible. 18 point shooting, 5 for 18.
yeah,
That's terrible.
Wiggins can't outplay both of them. That can't happen. Like Wiggins should not.
Can't. As a role player compared to Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, Andrew Wiggins should not be playing like that.
Can't outplay both.
And once again, I'm gonna point it out again. The Celtics are supposedly the number one defensive team. You can't let a role player like Andrew Wiggins go off like that. Then let Gary Payton and Jordan Poole drop double digits off the bench. You can't let that happen.
Wiggins is an all-star. We gotta give him that. He's an all-star.
Yeah, he's an all-star. But if you look at the Warriors team, he's a role player.
Bro, if you look at that game, bro,
he's a role player.
If you look at that game and just look at Curry's stat, you would think that the Celtics would have won that game.
Yeah,
you would have. Curry shooting 7 for 22, 0 for 9.
Yeah. In the fourth quarter, they can't score. That's their problem. They're not scoring enough. Like the Warriors is missing. They're not scoring enough. Wiggins is dominating. Like how you can't let it get outplayed by Wiggins. I'm sorry, Tatum used to be a top 5 player. Like right now, apparently, like can't let that happen. That's the bottom line. They let that slip away.
Like I'm looking at the stats right now. Like these stats just these stats make no sense on how there's no way they should have lost this game. Like Jason Tatum scored 3 points in the fourth quarter. 3 points. You know who else scored 3 points that game? Grant Williams. 3 points that whole game.
That's expected.
Aaron Naismith scored the same amount of points in that game that Jason Tatum scored in the fourth quarter. That's embarrassing. But let's talk about tonight's game. Who's closing out tonight's game? Are the Warriors going to close it out, or is Boston forcing 7?
I'm telling you, man. Game 6 Klay, bro. I'm trying to tell you. Listen, I can't. I've seen it too many times. And Curry not 0 for 9 again. Wiggins gonna keep playing what he playing, and then Klay, I'm telling you, fire. Like starts his game off hitting like 3 threes. Watch out, because that's gonna get bad. It's gonna get bad because like they've seen it before. They go and demoralize the Celtics, bro. Like if they really start off hot and the Warriors start kicking, like I really see them win this game tonight. I'm sorry, because I believe in Klay. And this is like when he shines the most, and I feel like Steph gonna come out with him. And I just don't see how the Celtics can, unless really Klay doesn't step up. But I really think he will, because this is his time. But for me, I really think the Warriors.
I feel as though Klay don't even have to step up to be. If we all know Game 6 Klay, but Klay doesn't have to really step up. He performed pretty good last game. That 21 points was sufficient enough for them to win.
Yeah, but we talking snapping like that. Like we have not.
He has a snap. He hasn't snapped since Game 6 against the Grizzlies.
Yeah, we have not.
That's the last time we've seen Klay snap.
Yeah, we have not seen that yet. So, and he's been hitting threes recently. So it's like he put up 8 threes tonight. I don't see the Celtics winning. I'm sorry, I don't see it. So even if they're at home, so I'm telling you right now, I got Golden State tonight. I do.
How about you, Mary?
Look, in my heart wants the Celtics to win so badly.
Just for more basketball.
I just can't see it right now. I really can't because Curry, he doesn't really have, he doesn't have 2 games bad in a row. He's not gonna. He's not gonna do that.
Especially after
It's
ruining his
time.
record
It's
that he set.
time. And he thirsty for that Finals MVP. He still doesn't have any. He's thirsty for that. He got to show us why he should have been the Finals MVP a couple of years ago. So I think the Warriors shut it down tonight. But in my heart of hearts, I really do want to see the Celtics take this to Game 7.
See what I will. If Boston
Look.
wins tonight, they have a good chance of winning because they did this before. Because they've been in this position before against the Bucks in Miami when they went on the road and won a Game 7. So it's like Golden State better close it out tonight because that, like, you just giving them confidence. So I feel
but I feel as though the difference is the Miami and Milwaukee didn't have the offense that Golden State has. You got to look at those. You got to look at all Game 6s of those. Those Game 6s. Once Milwaukee was up in that Game 6, they blew that lead. Miami, same thing. They blew that lead. As you see, Golden State, they might low. The lead might get low, but it's not going to get completely blown. We said they was up 16. Boston cut it down to like 5, and next thing you know, Warriors ran it back up by like 12 again. And I just don't see the Warriors. The Warriors just got to get that lead because they're not losing it. They can't lose that lead. And I'm gonna follow up on what go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I honestly feel like, bro, if Chris Middleton didn't get injured, we would have a whole different conversation right now, bro.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
I honestly think that.
Yeah,
I agree with you.
If they go 7 games without Middleton, with Middleton play, yeah, that's true.
We're looking at a totally different finals right now. But I'm gonna touch up on what Mir said about the Finals MVP. It's been neck and neck. Curry is still Curry, but Andrew Wiggins has been performing damn good.
Oh shit!
Andrew Wiggins has been performing way too good. No one expected him to perform like this. No one in the slightest. You couldn't tell me Game 1.
Oh, shit.
Game 1, you was not going to tell me that 3 games in a row, Andrew Wiggins is going to put up 26 points and 13 rebounds 3 games in a row. None of us was saying that. All our eyes was on Curry and Klay Thompson. Andrew Wiggins was not in the thought, but he's showing up. So based off those games, and if he comes out and drops, I'm gonna say 26, 15, and 4, does that give him the Finals MVP over Steph Curry?
Nah. Listen,
you're not giving it to him.
Listen, Wiggins, he's been impressive. He's been great. I'm gonna be honest. He's been their second best player for sure. That is true. But listen, without Steph, none of this happens. That's the bottom line. Like, Wiggins is not doing what he's doing when they don't put that attention on Steph. He's able to do that because of Steph. Everything the Warriors do is because of Steph. I'm trying to tell you. So, and you got that,
I like that logic.
43 points he put on Boston on the road. And I don't think Steph going to come shots tonight. I think he's going to have 30 plus up tonight too. So if he can close it out and show, like, I don't see Wiggins taking that from him. Now, Wiggins deserves some consideration. Like, he should get some votes. But, like, win it over Steph, that would be If he really wins it over Steph, I would have some problems with that. Because I don't think the Iggy thing was crazy enough.
Yeah, that was crazy. Finals MVP for holding LeBron to 36, 8, and 6.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah, and he still had almost 40 every game. Like, I don't understand that. But, like, this, you got to give it to Steph.
All right. How about you, Mir? Who's you taking at this? Who are you giving it to?
This is how I see it. If Steph comes up short tonight, and then they lose Game 7, and then they win Game 7, but it's not really because all I gotta say is Andrew Wiggins has to be great, either for this game, for both games if it goes on to that. For and Curry has to do bad in order for Wiggins to win this. Personally,
So basically, what you're saying is Curry has to play like terrible. That's the only way Wiggins wins this over Curry, is if Curry plays terrible.
yeah,
Now, if Curry plays like, if he gets like 10 points and Wiggins gets 35 tonight and the Warriors win, it can go either way. It can really go
Okay.
either way. Because if Steph got to show up, he can't have 10 Wiggins go off again. He can't do that because that will really ruin his chances. Because that's a closeout game in Boston, and Wiggins been playing well already, so it can go either way if he do that. So Steph gotta leave his mark right here. He gotta do that. I'm not gonna lie, but I think he'll still win.
All right. So I just want to give a shout out to Draymond Green. We all talk shit about Draymond Green this whole series. He played very well last game. I just want to give out a shout out to Draymond Green. I don't know what it was, but he finally played well. And
I
I
ain't
feel as
gonna give
though
him a shout out, bro.
if he plays good tonight, the Warriors are going to win this game. But I'm not going to keep us on here too long. The game's starting in a couple minutes. I know we all want to watch it. It's a closeout game. So we're just gonna finish it out with anybody got score predictions, or not score prediction, but like win margins. Me personally, I got Warriors with a win margin of 7 points. They only, the most they win it by is 7 tonight. I don't expect nothing too crazy.
I'll say this: if Boston wins, I feel like they'll win in a close game. It'll be a close game if Boston wins this game. But I got Golden State, and I'll say, give me 111, 105. Give me something like that.
So
6 points.
That's cool. How about you, Mayor?
I say that's 4 points. 105, 101, Warriors.
All right. So we're gonna end it up here. Starting next week, we're gonna get on our regular schedule again. It's been a little rough because of the finals, and we've been doing some personal things. But starting next week, we're gonna be back on our regular hour-long shows. So we got y'all. We're gonna be back next week. So that's about it. We're gonna wrap this up here, and you already know we'll catch y'all back here next week. All right, y'all.